talk about Narada Muni and Gita, it's obvious they are, they are embodiments of what they're teaching. That's very important. It's also has to be someone who is actually practicing what they're preaching. But otherwise, it is actually fairly simple. Qualified guru can actually enlighten the disciple, and the test that one has gotten a true guru is that one actually has been enlightened, that one has got eyes to see. One was blind, now one can see. Of course, it's those who have never seen before actually have no idea what it means to see, so they can be cheated by other gurus who are also blind. It's a case of one blind leading another blind, so they can think they can be cheated that they are actually being, someone other have got a guru like that, and once maybe we cannot blame them because they don't know what it means to see. Just like, I had no idea what it meant to see. Then I read Prabhupada's books. Then I suddenly realized, now I can see. But I had no idea before what it actually meant to. Although it is, in one sense, there's nothing magical about it. It's as simple as something like if one has a question that one cannot find the answer to, and then the answer is there. Oh, it's like that. Like for example, if you are in mathematics, you have how do you solve it? For example, an equation, what we call a second grade. Is that English? Andenkreisligninger, second grade equations. So you can have it in any classes. No, but instead of Andenkreisligninger, do you know what that is? To begin with.
Second order. Second order, I think.
Second order equations. So you may not know that someone can and you can sit there and scratch your head and forth and back, and then you cannot solve it. Then someone qualified teacher of mathematics will show you actually this and this and this and this. This is how we do it.
Quadratic equation.
Quadratic equation, yeah, that makes sense. Quadratic. And then when you know it, then it's very straightforward. That's like, it's like, it is not that one has done any, like, it's just explained, one knows how to do it. That's all. I was enlightened like that, was it 1 or 2 years ago? Actually, I learned how to solve quadratic equations in high school, gymnasium. I completely forgotten, and then Mahabali was here. Then you can ask him, can you show me? And because I was trying on my own. I was thinking, proudly I'm sure I can figure it out. But I couldn't. And why should we into that? Actually for centuries, mathematicians were struggling with that in Europe. Until finally someone managed to, so why should I be able to do that? And I wasn't. And then I, very humbly asked Mahabali, can you show me how to do it? He said, yes, it's like this and this and this. I said, So it's actually been like something this, aha, it's like that, isn't it? So problem, the green problem book was like that. Aha, that was the answer. And so that's it, so therefore, see, this is the symptom of being in contact with a bona fide guru. You soon get knowledge and say, aha, now I understand. That's all there is to it. And then one has to act on it, and of course one will get more and more realization, but it's quite simple. But of course if one never had, one can, it's like if someone is what is called congenital blind, was born blind and never seen, you have no idea, I'm sure you have no idea what it means to see, you have no idea what colors are, what form is, anything. So how can that be explained to someone who's blind, who's born blind, what it is? I don't think it can be explained. So similarly, someone who's not enlightened, how to explain them what it means to be enlightened? If you're not given enlightenment, you cannot. And that's why people can be cheated and think that they have got gurus like that. But then actually, when you actually do get, enlightenment, which is simple, down to earth, then it's easy to see that all this, everything else is just bluffing. Cheaters and cheaters. Basically, that's all. And we are very fortunate that we got in touch with, actually genuine guru. Prabhupada is the genuine guru. Anyone who represents him repeats his messages, follows it, lives according to his teaching. They are bona fide gurus. We've been extremely fortunate to have, gotten in contact with Srila Prabhupada, who's the actual, bona fide guru of these days. Although Prabhupada didn't show magic, the magic was that he could change the heart of someone like us and have us surrender, or at least, attempting to surrender to Krishna. That was his actual magic. Otherwise, he had not shown magic. I think there's some instances where he was actually probably had some ability also, but that's not the point. Actually, it's actually irrelevant and distracting from the action. Prabhupada's actually the only qualification, and that is simply that he was able to give actual knowledge and enlighten those who approached him, and that he did, no question. He absolutely did. Okay, I'll stop. Var det hurtigt?
Det var hurtigt.
Nej.
Jeg kan bare huske, at da Sankerchandra-bogen Priya var her, så efter at have lavet et par space outs, så blev man meget, meget ydmyg. Følte sig rigtig meget som en flot, så det var den rigtige position at være i. Hvordan vi har altså familiarity breeds contempt, så det er let nok bare at være ydmyg over for guru. Men hvad med, at vi har også shiksha-guru over det hele? Så vi burde kontinuerligt føle os som kan det være flot.
Important point about actually Shiksha and Diksha Guru, it's a long discussion. Here we actually talk about Shiksha in this verse here. This is the Bhagavad platform, and this is the actual platform. Then there is a Pancharajic platform, which Prabhupada's instruction is that we should both have Bhagavad Vidi and Pancharajic Vidi. We should both hear chants and serve Krishna, and that is, and the Shiksha Guru is functioning on this platform. That's, and there are no formalities. It's not that. Of course, in that sense, it's not that the guru has to come from a certain background, or it's just his simple qualification that he is instructing and is able to instruct us. On the Pancharajic platform, we are dealing with us as conditioned souls, and it's addressing us more like conditioned souls. We have some body identification. Even there's some bodily considerations. So even of the guru has to be there somewhat, not necessarily that he's born in a certain caste, but there to protect and for the sake of institution, but also there is authorization procedures, and this is a guru you can take. Because our system is not that we can have many Shiksha gurus and only one Diksha guru. And Diksha gurus are going through an authorization system, and that's a whole procedure there. If it's although the paradox is that actually the Shiksha Guru is higher, but the Diksha Guru gets, in one sense, at least now, contemporary, and it'll probably continue like that. It must be like that. We'll actually get, in one sense, more prominence, more, yeah. So there's a paradox of that's, this is addressing our needs as conditioned souls. Of course, the qualification for being a Diksha Guru is that he is a prominent Shiksha Guru. One cannot be a Diksha Guru if one is not a Shiksha Guru. That's clear. But then again, also there is it's important to keep in mind that Shiksha is coming from, and the learned person actually can take instruction from anyone, even from Chandala. And many devotees are instructing us. Krishna is acting through many devotees. And one has to be humble. This is what it means to be a fool. Actually, it's ultimately to be foolish before Krishna and open. Let Krishna manifest, let him speak through this person. And if one is open like that, then one gets so many instructions from other devotees. I don't know if that was an answer on this. Say something. Okay.
So I'm thinking if there is, what kind of benefit is there for a person who is not following the instruction, but who takes diksha? Because it is also said that if a person just reads Prabhupada's book, then there's benefit.
Benefit is always there, and you continue whatever little advancement you make in this life, you will continue next life or at some point. It's never lost. But it doesn't free one from material existence. Material existence will continue. Yes, there is some benefit. No, there's no benefit. It's both. Both things are correct. At least one has started the path. But just to take Diksha initiation and stop there, that's not much benefit. Of course, it's better than nothing at all. But compared to what actually one could have achieved if one had actually really pursued the path seriously, yes, probably, then the benefit is there's no benefit. Because we have to understand also Diksha, initiation. The word initiation means that's starting. It's not the end. Some devotees think that it's to get initiated and then I get a name and I kind of be respected and accepted. That's the goal. And that's, and then when I have that, then I don't have to strive anymore. But these are materialistic devotees, materialistic motivated, and they will not achieve the goal. Initiation means that it's the beginning. One has, now one is qualified to start beginning the process. And one from initiation means one is engaged in bhajana kriya, in actually worshipping according to the instruction of the spiritual master. One's life is now regulated, one follows regulated principles and serves and lives one's life according to the instructions of the spiritual master. This starts after initiation. And then, as a result, then anartha nivritti, impurities are being cleansed away from our existence, and then we can come to the, at the end of anartha nivritti, we achieve nishtha, strong, become completely fixed in devotional service, and then from there we progress on to further higher stages. So, I mean, for those who simply take initiation as just this is the end, this is a formality, that was a goal I was striving for. I mean, they'll remain on the complete canister level, and not even, in some cases, not even canister, below canister level.
So if we hear that the process starts at initiation, or that's where Bhajana Kriya it starts. But surely there must be some benefit from doing service, because we have that understanding that that only chanting, which is also doing some kind of service, but chanting on its own without rendering service.
Chanting is rendering service.
That's what I'm saying, but chanting without doing something practical is often seen that, some devotees, they wanted to seclude themselves just chanting Hare Krishna. And Prabhupada, he was against that. He said,
it has to be done according to instruction of the spiritual master. Everything has to be done according to instruction. So this idea of simply chanting, living in seclusion, is not the instruction of the spiritual master. But just one, and I don't know if you come to that, but also have to understand initiation doesn't happen when the ceremony takes place. It actually happens from that moment you accept the guru, and you accept, for example, Prabhupada. Actually, I'm completely convinced about that, and I want to follow. That's actually initiation.
that was my question.
Okay, that's a point of initiation. The formality, the ceremony will kind of cement that, and that should be there. It's important, it should be there. But the actual initiation takes place when one actually accepts and surrenders, and then later on the formality will solidify that. That's Pancharaja. Bhagavad meeting is when one accepts and commits oneself in the heart to Prabhupada and Guru. Vi må stoppe. Undskyld, du ikke fik lov til.
Det er fint.
Nej. Jeg